What is going on, everyone, and welcome back. I'm out here today at one of my favorite courses in the general Augusta area. I'm down here in Louisville, Georgia, once again, playing Ogeechee Crossing disc golf course. I did a video out here about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and I can honestly say that this is one of my favorite courses that I've ever played. I'm amazed that every time the one time I've come out here, that there's no one else out here. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's a really well-kept secret. But I'm out here today. I'm gonna see how well I can shoot. I think the first time I came out here, it was incredibly windy. Today, the only thing is it's a little warm, but it's humid, but virtually no wind today. So I'm gonna see just how well the course plays. But also trying out some new putters here today. So I'm gonna do a few practice putts. I'll tell you more about that as we go along. But yeah, let's jump right into it. All right, y'all, we're starting on hole one, which is a big starting hole. We're playing the long tees to the long baskets. It's straight ahead, 452. Pretty straight, but you got a lot of trees to work with. Again, big starting hole. I'm gonna throw a couple warm-ups here. All right, still don't feel completely loose, but we're gonna go with it anyway. I'm gonna go Qigong off the tee here. Oh, a little more height and that would have been great. A little too turned over. There we go. All right, let's go one more. I lied. We're gonna go 3 off the top. I'm gonna go boss. Too stable, but that one should at least have a long putt at it. All right, so I got my boss down here about just outside the circle. Yo, it's hard. That's a big starting hole for, starting off. Man, the gnats are horrible out here. All right, I'm switching putters. I'm now putting with the penny putter from Lone Star. I'll explain more about that as we go along, but about 45 feet here. Oh, that's it. A little short. Not a bad par to start. God, I've got gnats flying in my mouth. So yeah, I told you I switched from the Equine Yees. I really like those putters, but what I'm finding is they're starting to break in, and finding a replacement, especially in max weight, has been really difficult. Equine is a Asian-based company, and so a lot of their stuff is really hard to find here in the States. I really like their plastics and stuff like that, but finding a max weight baseline putter for them has been really difficult. So I found that the penny putter has a very similar feel as far as plastic as well. I'm still experimenting a little bit with that, but all that to say, just trying to find something that's a little more replaceable. And so I'm giving these a try, see how they work today. So far, I like the feel. We're gonna see if I like the flight as much as I like the ease, but I'll keep you updated as we go along. Okay, we are on to hole 2. The long basket is, let's see, 373. If I remember correctly, you just wanna punch the gap and kind of hug the tree line in the back and then have it fade in. Kind of a in-between of a, kind of a fairway driver or even a distance driver if you have something stable enough. I'm gonna try the bear. I think this should be about the right amount of speed to hit the tree line and hopefully fade back over to the left. If it gets off, that should be great. Oh yeah, that should be perfect. Golly. Y'all, it does not get much sweeter than this. That slower fairway is definitely the play. Oh, y'all, the gnats are absolutely horrible. This is a pretty swampy course. Just be prepared for that when you come out here. Hole 3, straight ahead to the long basket, 310 feet. Just want to have something that holds that line and doesn't fade out. I think if I remember correctly, you'd rather finish more left than right. So we'll see how it plays. Let's give the straight flying tomb a chance here. If it flips, too much hyzer, get off of that. Ooh. Okay, I kicked off the fairway. You're just gonna have to trust me when I tell you what kind of shot I have, because I can't really get the camera set up in any way that is gonna give you the angle to the basket. I'll try the Berg, a little turnover shot here. Go in, please go in, please go in. Ooh, right over it. That's a tap in par. All right, I'll walk you up there so that at least I can show what I'm talking about here. I threw a tomb as the second shot. That one closest right here is not my first shot. The Berg went just in front and a little bit over, but should be about 20 feet or so. It is swampy down here, y'all. I mean, you really do have to watch your step, because you could really sink very easily out here. Ooh. Oh God, I'm sinking, I'm sinking, I'm sinking. All right, get a par, get out of here. All right, we made it to hole 4. My shoes are covered in mud. A little pro tip for you. If you're ever playing on a muddy course, make sure you wear your white shoes. It really makes it stand out, you know. Hole 4, let's see, is a par 4, 582 feet. I'll be honest, I don't remember much about this hole, but looks like it goes off to the right. So you kind of got 2 fairways. Man, those low-hanging limbs right there making that really tricky. All right, I'm gonna go Venom and try to get a forehand down there, push it as far as I can. First forehand of the day too. This is gonna be interesting. If it comes out, that should be great. Flex. Oh, it hit some sort of root. All right, y'all, so my Venom was gonna be great, but it ended up hitting one of these logs over here, and I can't get a great angle for the camera once again, so hopefully you can see the general fairway. I'm just gonna try to get in position and take my par and move on. Hit some tree limbs. That should be okay though. Just something up the fairway, get me an easier third shot and take my par. All right, ended up just in a really good position actually. I'm actually gonna try to go with the same disc. I'm gonna dry it off a little bit. Y'all, sorry, I did not mark my lie. I think I was in this general area though, so forgive me for that. I don't have a marker with me. All right, I'm gonna go Berg. All right, Berg hit that tree a little bit farther out than I realized. Got about outside the circle, definitely. I didn't realize it was this far away, but probably about 40 feet or so. Got it. Let's go. Par save, baby. Okay, on to hole 5, which is a par 4, big par 4, 735 feet. Looks like it bends a little bit to the right. If I remember correctly, I think you want to be more to the right than the left. So I'm going to try to get something to turn and just kind of finish out there in the field. All right, let's go with the Qigong to start. See if I can get this one turned over good and get me some good distance as well. If that turns, and it does, get under the trees. That should be fine. Not as far as it could go, but I think it got out there far enough. All right, so got this a little too turned over, kind of dug in the ground. I got a big shot left to the basket, straight ahead over there. Might try the Venom on kind of a flex sidearm, get around this tree, and hopefully push and get into the wood line there. If it holds, it could be good. That might be a long look, I'm not exactly sure. So I got this down here a lot better than I realized. I've probably got, I don't know, just inside the circle, 25, 27, something like that. So this is a really good position to be in. Bang, let's go. That was an unexpected birdie, especially after that drive. But y'all, if y'all have not tried a Venom for the forehand, highly, highly recommend. These things just surprise me. This is a 167 to 169, and it just crushes. So give these a shot. Okay, on to hole 6, par 5, 1,095 feet. Big, big shot here. Got to push this fairway as far as you can, then it goes over to the right. Par is good on this one. I feel like if I remember this one correctly, you want to make sure that you just stay in the fairway, because if you don't, you're easily taking a bogey and probably worse. So see if we can just keep something in the fairway. I am going to try to bite off as much distance as I can and try to go Qigong. Hyzer flip it up through that middle. See if I can push it over there. Oh yes, go. That is about exactly what I want. Yep, that is fine. I'm leaving it at that. I'm good. All right, it doesn't get much better than this for me. I would like to maybe be a little more left. The angle is a little tight, but you really just want to have something that fades and skips to the middle of the fairway without skipping too far over to the right. So I'm going to try to go Firebird, just smooth this one in there, hopefully get me in a good position. That could be okay. A little shorter than I want to be, but that's all right. We'll make do with that. Okay, Firebird is in a decent position. You really want to be more over here to the left. We still got a long ways to go, a lot farther than I realized. I'm gonna just try to go, golly, bugs, man. I'm gonna go Qigong, try to turn one, see if I can get it to flex back and get me up there for an easy pitch up for my 5. That should be amazing, actually. Oh yeah, can't see it finish, but it's gotta be decent. Y'all, this is best case scenario for me. I never thought that I could get up this far. This is a tough par 5. I'm just gonna pitch up and take my easy tap in 5, and that feels like a birdie to me. I'm gonna go tomb here, maybe give it a little half bid. Well, left a little more on the bone than I wanted to. I don't know if I've ever played with this bad of bugs. I mean, it is flat out horrible. All right, left a little more than I wanted, about 20 feet here. Sorry y'all for blowing into the microphone there. There we go. All right, that is a par that feels like a birdie. I'm gonna take that all day long. That's the best I think I can do on that hole. Okay, hole 7 is 309 feet straight ahead, a little bit of a low ceiling. But this is one you want to get, especially after playing some really hard holes. This one's pretty straight ahead. Probably go fairway driver, just because it is a low ceiling. Make sure I get the push. Just have something that goes straight. All right, I'm going to go with the FD, my flippier one. Have it pop up and just kind of hold straight, hopefully. Just like that. Oh, it dropped. I don't know what happened with this one, but it just dropped right out of the sky. Definitely outside the circle, about 45, 50 feet probably. Let's go. I think I found my new putter. Holy cow. All right, y'all, on to hole 8. This is a par 4. It says it's 620 feet. I don't remember much about this one, but I know it goes left. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna try to crush something out there as far as I can and go left and see what happens after that. All right, I'm gonna play it a little safer. I'm gonna go with my yellow boss, my overstable one. Try to punch it out there and let the stability carry it over to the left. Or pull it more right. Looked like it just died. Okay, so I am way out of position. I think for the yellow basket, you would rather be way more to the left. The blue basket is right ahead. I don't have a great line. I can't really go forehand and get it there. I think what I'm gonna try to do is just play a skip shot over to the left, get in position, hopefully take an easy par. That's all I can really think to do. All right, so looking back at it now, not a bad shot. I got up here closer than I thought, but there's more of a gap behind the blue basket that funnels to it. I would have tried to just throw in a straight shot at the blue basket and push past it, but you know, you live and you learn. This is gonna be a tough putt. Down on the knee, outside the circle. Gonna have to keep it low as well. Oh, that was on a good line. Man, that was a good line. Take the par, move on. All right, hole 9 is 323 feet. It is a forehand shot that goes back over to the right. Kind of want to have a turn out of it and then have a big fade back to the right there. All right, I'm gonna go Z-Swirl Venom. That could be amazing. Skip. Oh, caught something at the last minute. Good shape on that though. All right, got up here pretty good. I did not realize that there's a ditch right here. I'm gonna just take some casual relief and kind of play behind it a little bit so I don't stick my foot right in it. Get there. Let's go. Good way to end it. Can't even talk. Good way to end, there we go, the front nine. That's a good birdie to get. I think I swallowed about 3 mosquitoes on that putt too, so makes it even better. Okay, out of all the holes I remember, this is one that I do remember. Hole 10, which is 372. It's a big flex forehand shot. All right, I've been throwing this one well so far, so I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go Z-Swirl Venom, see if I can get enough turn on it, and then hopefully it'll come back and get that strong fade. Hold, 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 hold. I don't think it held quite enough, so. All right, I ended up just bringing my Tomb and my Berg because I knew I was gonna be in the woods. Have a little gap, but you know, wasn't sure where this one's gonna end up. So I'm about pin high, but way off to the right. Easy pitch up for the 3. When you're out of position, sometimes that's all you need to do. All right, on to hole 11, 326 feet. It looks like it goes through the gap and down to the left. So probably a fairway or mid-range, just straight down there. I have been really enjoying this bear lately. So I'm gonna try it. And it feels good grip-wise because of this humidity. That should be great if it gets a little bit of skip, and it does. Let's go. All right, bear went a little bit long, perfectly okay. I don't know if I buy that this is 326. It could be, but that was really low. You know, I'm guessing it probably plays closer to 300 or so. There we go, man. Feeling good with these putters. They are flying great for me. All right, guys, we're on to hole 12. We're on to what I call the swamp hole because this is just surrounded by a river that looks just like a place where you'd see a lot of water moccasins and maybe even some alligators or something. But cool hole. Basket is way down there. 596 foot par 4. I'm going to just go on the right gap. I don't think there's much to be played. Too many trees in the way. Try to get something that fades over to the left and stays on land. All right, I'm going to go with my Dynasty. Try to hyzer flip this. See if it'll flip up, but still get that good turn, good fade back into the fairway. That should be great. Got a little lucky, but that should be good. That's all I need. Okay, my Dynasty got up here pretty good, but man, it is a tight line all the way to the basket. I'm just gonna play this safe because I really don't have a good way to attack it. That water cheats in on the left. And so I'm just gonna try to get it as far through that gap as I can and have it finish off to the right away from the water. Just take my 4. That is so high. I've been throwing that Firebird so bad. Yeah, that is not good. Oh well, see if we can still take a par from there. Honestly, didn't end up as bad as I thought. It's a little more open up here than I realized, but I'm gonna have a long run at it. I'm gonna go with a Tomb kind of at it. But that could go in. Ooh, just short. Take the par, move on. All right, hole 13 is a long par 3, 376 feet. Want to go through the gap. The basket is off to the right just a little bit. Plays either as a forehand or a turnover backhand. All right, I'm going to go with the Discraft Heat. I just put this back in my bag. I think it's great for hyzer flip turnovers. It might be too flippy for this hole, but we're going to try it anyway. Oh, it's too flippy. Yeah, hit a late tree, but man, that was a good line on it. All right, once again, not the greatest place to set up a camera, but came up short with the heat. Yep, that should work. There we go. I totally forgot that this is on a little platform. I went a little bit long here. It's got steps though, so that's nice. Oh, there we go. All right, we're on to hole 14, but we're changing this up a bit because the tree that has fallen over here is blocking the yellow basket from this tee and from the long tee. So what we're gonna do for fun, we're gonna play the short tee to the short basket just for this hole. It is very short. I wouldn't guess, yeah, 130 feet. Still Not an easy hole though because of all the trees. I'm gonna throw one shot with a disc that I do not mind losing, and we'll play it from there. All right, I've got a glow Douglas fir here, and we are gonna try to ace this, hopefully. That is gonna be good. Sit. Oh, it went so long. All right, like I said, went long, definitely outside the circle here. Tried to give it enough height, but got a tricky putt here. Got some low-hanging tree limbs. Oh, a little low. There we go. That was more like it. Okay, we're on to hole 15, which places a par 5, 802 feet. I remember this gap being a little more open last time. I think that tree is leaning a little bit more. You got the right fairway as well. I might just play it safe today. I'm not really sure. Let's go safe. Dang, I just saw a big deer. That should be all you need right there. Yep, we're just gonna leave it at that. Okay, came up about where I expected. Not great footing. I'm gonna try to just get around the corner with a criminal. I'm gonna go stand still just because this is a little bit nasty right here. If it gets around, that should be okay. I think that's gonna be okay. Dang, I just saw another deer. Man, they're out here like crazy. All right, I do not think I've thrown a mid-range today, but I'm gonna go with my 10-year buzz. I don't know how far away I am, but I'm gonna try to just lighten up on this one. See if the speed will carry me to the basket. That should be great. That's exactly what I want. Get off. Oh, good kiss from the tree. Let's go. Hopefully that is a putt. It came up just outside the circle, I'm gonna say. I'm probably 35 feet or so. Oh, just short. Ah, there it is. Yeah. Man, that one putt felt good too. Just a little bit low. Okay, y'all, we are on one of the swampiest holes we've got. Hole 16 is a par 5, 865 feet. It looks like it's relatively straight, but I think you want to be a little more left. So just try to get a placement shot and then attack from there. All right, I was gonna go distance driver, but I think I'm gonna disc down a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Aztec, which is a good flying disc. It flies pretty close to my distance drivers, but I have a little more control with it. So I'm gonna go Aztec and see if I can just get this to go straight and have a slight fade at the end. That is about perfect. I'm gonna stick with that. All right, so I got up here a pretty good shot. I'm gonna actually throw the Aztec again. I gotta dry this off a little bit. And I am gonna try to do exactly what I just did with this and go straight and have just a slight finish over to the left. That is not far enough. Yeah, we'll see. That's not where I wanted to be, but didn't trust my footing. All right, I'm gonna have no problem saying this, that par is a great score on this hole. Y'all, it is, I'm in one of the driest spots right now and I'm still sinking in mud. I just brought 2 discs with me. I left my cart up there. I had to walk around to come back down this way because this is just water and mud. I'm just gonna pitch up and take my par. I don't think I can get there with these discs. Oh, and I slipped. All right, obviously came up short. I'm just gonna throw one up there, try to spike it up over, hopefully get a putt. That should be good. About outside the circle, well, probably edge of circle here. I am liking these putters a lot. All right, 2 holes left, y'all. Hole 17 is 338. Through the gap, a little bit over to the left. Looks like you want to just have something that pushes the tree line, kind of like hole 2, but a little bit shorter, I think. All right, I'm going to go with the distance driver just because I want to play the skip. I'm going to go with my yellow boss. It should be perfect distance and try to play more of the skip here. Get over there. Get over there. Good help. skip. Just like that, maybe a little bit short though. Boss is up here. I like going with that skip shot a little bit more just because it pushes a little further towards the basket. There we go. That's a pretty routine hole, I feel like. Definitely one you want to get out here just because there's not too many in that range that are gimmies. This one's all about hitting the gap. If you do that, you should be at least putting for it. All right, on to hole 18, 970 foot par 5. I do remember that you want to go right on this one. So you want to get through the gap and then it goes out to the right. So you want to get something out there and then you're going to attack to the right. I'm going to try to go low ceiling with the Qigong. Hopefully it'll flip up and drift a little bit to the right, but not really burn over. Sneak through there. Oh my goodness. That should be perfect. And that's exactly what I was trying to do. I have no problem saying that that was one of the luckiest drives I have ever had. Put me in pretty perfect condition here. I'm gonna go with my other Qigong and see if I can just get it out into that field and have a pretty routine hyzer, or hopefully something that just can get me to the basket in this day on a birdie. Which that should do it. Not trying to bite off too much, just want to make sure I get out and have an open look for my easy third shot. Okay, well I said easy third shot, but it is a lot farther than I realized. I'm guessing I still have probably, I don't know, 400 left here. And I thought that wind was going to push it over, and it did not. All right, came up way off to the right. I've got a long putt here, way outside the circle, definitely outside of circle 2 as well. Oof. Okay, guys, that is going to wrap this one up. Ended with a par. Guys, great round out here today. One of the things I've been really focusing on in the last couple of years is really knowing when to play it safe and, you know, take pars. I'm learning more and more that par is a good score, especially as these courses get harder. This is a course where par is a really good score. And so that's what I was really focused on today. Just take the birdies as they come. Really like these putters. The new penny, not new, but new to me, the penny putter from Lone Star. I think I found my replacement for my Yees. I'm able to get these in heavier weights more consistently. And so I'm gonna keep working with them, but for today, they did really good for me. But still have a great course. The only thing is if it rains at all, this course does not drain well at all. My shoes are completely soaked. I'm gonna have to wash these when I get home, but overall, still one of my favorite courses. So if you're ever in, you know, south of Augusta, make sure to come check this out. It is a great course. Lots of basket placements, multiple tees. So make sure to come check it out. But guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.